everybody, I'm Nick, and welcome back to some more VHS Plays Super Metroid. I figured the save rooms would be a good place to be like, hey, welcome back. I figured that's not a bad idea. So how about we go ahead and blow this popsicle stand, shall we? Because we've got plenty more fun things to go and collect, let me tell ya. So, well, for one, showing off that the charge shot when you go into Morph Ball will drop bombs, and yes, this room is now open once you beat Kraid. For whatever reason, that's a thing, and I somehow do Morph Ball jumps right. Like, what? Come on! Anywho, and this is actually like the one use that actually spreading out all those Morph Ball bombs actually works. So in this room, there's an energy tank, and it takes me a moment to realize, where the heck is it? It's right here. Come on, past me. Get a move on. And going back into Norfair, now that we have the various suit, there's a couple more places we can now go because of it. But first, save room! But we have this hall here we could go through before, but there's not a whole lot we could do at the moment because that's odd looking. Perhaps we can do something about that this part. But anyway, thanks to Various Suit, we not only have beefed up defenses, we can now actually go into these super hot rooms. So, let's go! Let's just shoot some guys down, I guess, get some more power-ups, and just continue on traveling through the area so we can get to where we want to go. So if you please, Samus, please missile down doors, and I am going to be commenting on a couple of upgrades that I do end up missing this go-around. There is a missile tank in this area that I forget about, but it's under the magma, so I'll come back for it in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean, like, probably in the next, like, part 4 or later, because I have, at this point in time, recorded up to part 3 of the Super Metroid VHS escapades. So this room, it feels like Samus is way too big, so it makes it hard to get around quickly. It's odd, and I don't necessarily like it. Anyway, save room! Because I tap these whenever I can. But now it's time for 2 different ways you can go. If you go down here, you find a missile tank, and that's all that's really there. But what you really want to do is you want to bomb down through the center and go down this way. It's a little slow, and it's just a tube, so I'll probably just end up cutting through to the end of it, because they also have enemies in here. It's annoying. So how about we go left first? So through this door, we end up on the other side of this passageway. That's a little funky, don't you think? Yeah. Magma acid burns. Yeah, those guys will all just keep spawning. If you want to refuel your resources, that ain't a bad place to do it. And it seems like we can't go through that door right now. But we'll take care of it. But going down this way is the way we're supposed to go. And this room is just guys to refuel on. Nothing else. So let's just keep going, shall we? It's just another passageway where it's like, I feel Samus is too big. Good grief. It's like threading a freaking needle. This particular room, we can't do much with it now, but we will later. Because this is conspicuous. We can't do much about that for now. So if we go further down, another yellow door. That's funky. So we have more rising magma, but it's very slow, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Samus is way faster than this rising magma. But now we have a part where you have to try and morph ball properly. Oh, also, we have automatic doors. It's weird. For this one, Samus is too fat, so it'll sink into the magma. It's kind of weird. But once we dispose of these guys and we go through this particular, well, not this door, the missile door specifically, I go and collect the energy because why not? Oh, we're going to have some fun here. And it's not because of the missile tank we're going to be collecting here in just a second. No, that's not where the fun is. If editing me can show off here real quick. It's sequence break time! Well, crap. Let's try that again, shall we? We're supposed to get past the crumble block. And we need a wall jump. So, come on. See? Just like that. Normally, you'd be able to get here much later. But, because I was stupid, I now have the wave beam earlier than intended. One of the few sequence break things I know how to do. And we now have a much more powerful beam that goes through walls. Not enemies, walls specifically. Oh, it's time to have some fun. But first we gotta go back around. Because there's another power-up that's close to us that I would like to grab right now. So let's super missile the door down, get past everybody, and then realize we can go up this way, because the map can tell us to. We get another enemy refill station or whatever here, and then I just decide to proceed. Do you like running? I hope you like running. One thing I will say, though, is, don't forget this missile tank right in front of this door. I feel like they placed this here so you'd be able to open the door no matter what. I don't know why. It just feels really generous. And in this door, we get everybody's favorite Super Metroid power-up, the Speed Booster! And since we collected that, it's now time for magma to rise, so... Are you ready to run? Are you ready to go really, really fast? It would have been really easy to edit supersonic music onto that from Sonic 2. But now that we have that speed booster, we can now do these door puzzles as intended. And, that's a funny looking symbol. Wonder if we'll come across that very soon or not in this video. That's a mystery. I could be cute and attempt to wall jump up that way, but I decided not to. And also, isn't it conspicuous that there were enemies popping out of that hole? And of course I screwed that up, so I'll just airball instead. Yeah, that's a little conspicuous, isn't it? Because, did somebody say another beam upgrade so soon? Oh, I love stacking power-ups. Because now we can freeze people. And unlike Metroid 1, it takes until the very last hit to kill something in order to freeze it. So yeah, very nice little upgrade there. In fact, Ice Beam is necessary to beat the game. Well, actually, it's either that or having enough power bombs. They have all these enemies here to tutorialize using the Ice Beam, but for the second one, I decided to be stupid and get my face melted in. So now that we have that power-up out of the way, how about we go have some fun? Remember this door that we couldn't deal with earlier? Well, now we can deal with it because we have the wave beam. Also, here's some space pirates that are vulnerable to all of our current weapons, so I'll take it. Those crawlies, though, that ain't happening. By the way, here's an energy recharge station for 1, and for 2, I'm gonna do a stupid. I thought I'd be able to get across here, but I don't, and I end up paying the price. First death! Heh. Also, I noticed that when you freeze these guys, for whatever reason, it's like, their box, you know, for standing on them, extends way higher than them. I'm like, what? Why? But anyway, I do have a little something this time for when we go into this little save room because I wanted to do a funny. So, editing me, please. I thought I thought it would be funny to represent Samus in a microwave while being saved. We still need a power-up for that, though. But we're not too far away from it, so let's super missile this door down. Hi, Crocomire. Unfortunately for you, you need to take an acid bath. I'm afraid your fleshy skin is a little too dirty. I hate to say it, but there's kind of an obstacle in our way that we need your help with, but unfortunately, you need to first take your acid bath in order to help cooperate with us. And you just gotta shoot into its mouth in order to back it up over here. And then Crocomire can take its acid bath. To be quite frank, this is kind of messed up. Especially for the time period and the kind of game this is. Because imagine... Because, you know, in Mario, dry Bowser's a thing. Because in New Super Mario Bros., in the first castle level, when you dunk Bowser into the lava, he turns into dry Bowser. But imagine if it was as graphic as this. That would be terrifying. And thanks for the jump scare. And thank you for breaking down that wall for me. You have accomplished your purpose, Crocomire. Rip in pepperonis. I decided to go and save real quick. But I do decide to show off this, because we could go into the acid real quick and grab this energy tank if I remember to wall jump correctly. I have since gotten a bit more practice at it via the Switch version. So by the time I come back to recording these, I would like to think I'm a little bit better at figuring out the timing. Unfortunately, I am still an idiot at trying to jump across. But now, this room. We could actually get another power-up here if we're clever enough at freezing these guys. So, yeah. You see there's a doorway up there? Well, you gotta make sure to freeze these guys in the correct spot. If I could we show off. Save room first! Now we show off freezing these guys and doing a proper jump to get up here. And in this door, I get my first access to power bombs. This will not only take care of power bomb blocks, but also the yellow doors. So at this point, all of the colored doors are now open to us. Obviously, except for the ones that, you know, lock on us. And we do have to do a specific condition in the room to finish it. We can't do anything about this at the moment, but we'll be back. So for now, let's go all the way down. And this particular room is just for a missile upgrade. It's not too bad. Just mind the rising and falling acid. This will be a thing that comes back later. So don't sweat it too much right now. So all you do is just collect the missile tank and go back. And if that props up in the recording, it's just, you know, vacuuming and just blowing things around. Anywho, let's go ahead and break these power bomb blocks. And we have enough room here to be able to charge up a run. And there's a couple particular things you can do in here. But I'm probably going to biff this first one here is, if you press down while you're running, you can charge a shine spark. And then you have like a couple frames to determine which way you want your shine spark to go. What the intent for you in this room is to just do a normal jump. Because we have another power up here. We have the Grapple Beam! Hooray! It's a little weird to work with, but it's not so bad. So you can attach to grapple points and certain magnetic enemies, and you can swing yourself around like this. Now, they normally intend you to get this next power-up via the Grapple Beam, but we're not going to do that. We are going to Shine Spark up there, and this is the only game in the Metroid series where Shine Sparking hurts you. So be mindful of how much health you have when you want to do a Shine Spark. And this part will just drop you back down, so I think at this point, let's just show off that this is how we're normally supposed to actually tutorialize the Grapple Beam. Oh yeah, the Grapple Beam can also open blue doors, for what it's worth. Now, I could have probably done a wall jump up there, but I said it, nah. This whole entire section here is just to get you comfy with the Grapple Beam. Because you can also shoot it directly above you to do this. And that's all this section was for. It was just to grab the Grapple Beam. But I figured since I was being cheeky, let's also grab Power Bombs. But yeah, that's all there is here, so let's finally take care of this section here. And I'm trying my best to be cool about it, but nope, I was a little too far. So I'm just gonna do this instead, because it's easier to just spam the Grapple Beam to go across the grapple blocks. So now we finally made this loop back around, so let's see what other goodies we could find. Well, we do have this power bomb door that we can now finally open. No energy left behind. It's just a nav room, and I've already explored most of Norfair. It's kind of sad, honestly. I mean, there are some more hidden rooms, but for the main map it gives me, yeah, there's not much more it can really do. But now we can take care of these blocks, and we can take care of this little passageway here, and they intend me to do a run here, but it's a little unfortunate. There's a little few too many enemies that are in my way, so I decide, I'll bust them down, I guess. Oh, and this part's stupid. All of this is crumble blocks, and you only have a couple of frames to do your jump. And they hide one of the stupidest missile upgrades in here. Because they don't tell you it's here, and it's in a wall. And it's right at the top of the stage. It would be more convenient to have these guys here, but they're also, like, in my way. Luckily, I figure out the timing of getting these crumble blocks down, so that's not too bad. I'm just showing you my whole struggle of getting to this missile pack. And there we go. We got it. So let's just keep going. Let's go on a brisk little run. It will conveniently enough bring us right back over here. Not much more else to that, but let's just go back up for now because you know, we could do something about this pipe, but let's wait a bit. And let's actually go back up now that we have the ice beam. You really only need the ice beam to be able to go back up. But, the heck with it. And it takes me a little bit to, you know, get everything in place. And now that we have power bombs, we could go in this door. Oh yeah, the enemy that's in this block will always spit you out a power bomb once you have access to them. Yeah. So yeah, these guys are back, so mind your platforming. And with your newfound grapple beam, you could just do the flying whee like I end up doing here. Now, it's probably possible to do all of this without the grapple beam, if you're funny and, you know, run into enemies to take damage rather than the spikes. But I'll just use my grapple beam, thank you. And did somebody say more upgrades? Let's do it! Because we have our final menu upgrade here, the X-Ray Scope. And in Tool Assisted Speedruns, X-Ray Scope does some funny things, let me tell you. Like, with the right set of inputs, literally break the fabric of reality as we know it. It's hilarious. And then let's actually show off the X-ray scope here, because it will show you pretty much everything you need to know, like invisible passageways. They're there. And what kind of thing you need to break these blocks. Oh yeah, you can just do that. But for the rest of this part, I decided it's finally time to backtrack now that I have all of these extra nifty tools, and I can get back in here via the wave beam. It's rather nice, wouldn't you say? And the first thing we go for is a power bomb door. Who'd have thunk it? We get these big suckers here, but they're not too much of an issue. Just shoot them down. And then for this part here, I believe I show off that there is a just a regular bombable block. And hey, did somebody say more power bomb tanks? I won't say no. And then speaking of said power bombs, they show off another cool thing here with them. We're right back to the morph ball room. Heh. I end up going back for now and showing off this part here, but what I end up not realizing is we can't really do this room yet, but I'll just show it off anyway. Because there's water here, we can't go fast in water. We're being slowed down. So we're gonna need something to deal with that. But yeah, we need to be able to speed boost in here, and right now we can't do that with all the water. So let's go ahead and take care of another power bomb door first. After you take care of all the enemies, we have what most would call a rather awkward grapple beam point. But this is also where you can kind of show off the fun of it, because you could make Samus spin all the way around if you so choose. But right now, my goal is to just get on top of it, shoot the wave beam through this door, and then get myself through it via a wall jump, because it's time for an energy tank. And I would like to say I try my best to scan around and see if there's anything else, but I will end up screwing up with that a bit, and I will have to do some recollecting. Anywho, it's time for the first of our two animal friends here. We're left in energy recharge room because this is how they tutorialize that the shine spark is indeed a thing. Yeah, we have animal friends to show us that. And I do actually get to the other one of the two in this part here, so this is normally where you do the mock ball trick to grab early super missiles. And it not only gets you that, but also this reserve tank. And a missile pack behind it. And I'm an idiot. There are actually 2 missile packs in this room. Because the developers are dicks. And I'll have to come back for this later. Oh yeah, I show off that reserve tanks have 2 modes. You can either do it automatically or manually. I prefer the automatic one. Even though it's not, you only ultimately get like 4 tanks, so you don't restore that much energy. But it's better than nothing. So yeah, I'll just get them out of the way. And this is the early super missiles that you get to start breaking things. But it's time for more shenanigans, so let's power bomb to break these blocks. That's another funny door. We'll be back there in a moment. But let's keep going for now. Because for right now, we have a room with all of these guys. I mean, at least the power bombs they drop are nice. So, I just waste my time taking care of all of them because power bomb restocks. And this room is stupid. Because this is just like NES Metroid, where they throw a pitfall at you here along with an energy tank. So let's just do the jump for that. And we're going to super missile through this door for another pack of super missiles. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. But we do have to end up falling through that pit, actually, to get to where I want to go. And it's not this save room, actually. So let's get microwaved. And then we gotta proceed through another passage where Samus feels too big for. But we'll do it. It's just slow. I'll just cut through it. So I hope you don't mind me because I end up taking my time here because why? Yikes. This is where turning off the ice beam probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Because otherwise this is a lot of nonsense you gotta deal with. Good grief. Anywho. Yup, our other animal friends. These guys show off that you can wall jump. But the way they do it is not how Samus does it, and it's weird. Because you have like a couple frame window when Samus turns around on the wall like that to input your jump. Once you get the feeling for it, it's actually not a bad rhythm at all. And it's not too hard. And the reward for this is more power bombs. Which, hey, I'm not going to turn down more firepower. But that's all they were really here for, so that suspicious door was to actually get us out of here. So I will accept this for now, and that'll be it for today's part of VHS Plays Super Metroid. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Nick, and I will see you guys in the next part. See you guys next time.